Okay, this is coming very late. Partly because the news hasn't actually been confirmed by any of the teams yet. This was all talked about like 4 hours ago, but we still have not had any confirmation from the Canadiens or from the Flames as to what's going on. But I'm also making this video partly because I just woke up. It's 2 p.m. and yeah, I was watching The Corpse Bride last night, also playing Shell with the boys, and trying to figure out how to fix some of my relationships. So, lots of stuff going on in my life. I woke up late because of it, but at the end of the day, this news still has not been confirmed by any of the teams at the time of recording this audio. But this is the scoop. It comes via Kevin Weeks from earlier today at 9:30 in the morning. The Flames are working on a potential deal to move Sean Monahan, and the Flames are also signing Nazem Kadri. This is the scoop on Elliot Friedman. I'm hearing that Nazem Kadri will be a Calgary Flame, and that Monahan is going to the Canadiens to make room for Kadri as well. Now, we've got to get a few things underway here first. The Kadri number, apparently it's going to be 7x7. If you go over to Friedman's Twitter account, by the way, he has such an amazing Twitter profile right there. But yeah, Kadri, 7x7 in Calgary right here. Monahan getting taken out, going to Montreal. Let's talk about Kadri for a little bit here first, because when it comes to the Calgary Flames, you talk about losing out on Gaudreau, you talk about losing out on Tkachuk and Goodbranson, you gain Mackenzie Weegar, you gain Kadri, you gain Huberdeau, and you lose out on Monahan, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. Nazem Kadri is a guy who's 31 years old, and if he's signed to a 7-year deal, he'll be 38 by the time that contract expires, making $7 million a season. In fact, Cap Friendly already has the number on their website here. Excuse me, Elite Prospects has the 28-29 contract already there. We know how good Kadri is. 87 points, 71 games played last season. That is a 100-point pace over 82 games. And he was under a point per game in the playoffs as well, winning a Stanley Cup with the Avs. Now, there are a few questions that arise from this sort of transaction. Firstly, what the heck is going on with the Islanders? Lou Lamoriello, baby, what's going on? You didn't do anything this offseason. Secondly, the Calgary Flames, this is an old team already here. Chris Tanev, Jacob Markstrom, Nazem Kadri, Jonathan Huberdeau, a lot of good pieces, but a lot of them are in their early 30s, late 20s, and you're really starting to see the solidified picture of the Flames building a core that wants to win now. This is the time for Calgary to go out there and take out Edmonton in a Battle of Alberta, so we'll all be paying attention to that and seeing where that goes. Now, as for Sean Monahan, the thing with Monahan is that we have not actually had the trade details announced just yet. There was something floating around there saying, oh, there's a first-round pick going over to Montreal, etc., etc., but at the end of the day, Sean Monahan is a player whose entire career I just feel so freaking sorry for. Take a look at his profile. 27 years old, 6'2", 201. He's got a contract making $6.375 AAV until the end of next season. You could debate this is just a pure cap move by Calgary, but at the end of the day, he did have 65 games played, 23 points on the year. He has declined significantly from his 82-point year in 2018-19, and it all has to do with injuries. Sean Monahan has been one of the most unlucky players in the entire NHL when it comes to a guy that had so much talent and who eventually had all that taken away from him because he wasn't able to put that on display. Now, for Monahan, I definitely don't want to make it seem like he's not an NHL caliber player anymore, but when it comes to what he was supposed to be, you're not going to get that point-per-game player anymore. That is just not what you're going to have on the table here with this player, and for Montreal especially, you talk about Suzuki, you talk about Doc, you talk about Christian Dvorak, you talk about all these guys, Pierre-Luc Dubois even, who might be going over sometime soon. There's just going to be no opportunity for a guy like Sean Monahan to come in here and be that point-per-game player. Now, we had ourselves a whole bunch of other tweets from guys like Eric Engels and Chris Johnston saying, oh, we're still waiting on the details, etc., etc., but at the end of the day, Sean Monahan is probably going to go out there and just be an extra-ish type of player. Who knows if he's even going to play, because he's been injured so much that he might had to have surgery and everything. Super unfortunate situation. In fact, I think we made a video talking about Sean Monahan and the unfortunate circumstances with his career and his progression. But either way, he is a Montreal Canadien. We'll make another video once the trade details are announced. But talk in the comments, let your thoughts about Nazem Kadri going over to the Flames. Brad Treliving, man, you're going out there doing yourselves a favor in the offseason, but it's only really going to be a favor for the next 2, 3, 4 seasons before these contracts become a little bit excessive. Talk up the comments on your thoughts. I hope you enjoyed this video. And bye.